Well, hello, everyone. Let me get the comments going here. Hi, Kelly. Oh, it's so nice to see you. Well, while we're waiting for people to come in, um, I wanted to ask you to share with us about your recent trip. Tom just went to England, and I'm very excited to hear about it. Hey, Charlotte.
Hello, everyone. It's just great to be here on with you. We've been planning this for a while. We actually were going to was do it earlier, but the time that was when I was in the UK. So, yeah.
That's
So I just
right.
yeah, it was right. Was actually toward the end of it, but yeah. So now I'm back. Back in 3D world, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I did my second trip out to the UK to Arthur Findlay College, which is one of the few places where they really it's their focus is psychic and mediumship studies and anything related to that. So I went out to study with this particular person who I am studying with also, and there was probably about just under 100 people there, and
Wow.
yeah, and we were broken down into different groups. And I got, luckily enough, I got placed into the person I'm studying with, into that group. So it was just, there's so many experiences that I can share. I'm going to try to pick out a couple, but
Yeah.
yeah, it just was, it's also fun to be with so many people that are like-minded. So you don't have,
Yeah.
you just sit down and you start talking about this stuff versus
Yeah.
feeling somebody out, whether they are going to feel open
Yeah.
to it, you know. So
Yeah.
that in itself is
How
wonderful.
refreshing.
Yes.
Hi, Viviani. Hi,
Oh, hi,
Sarah.
Vivian.
Hi,
Hi.
Mer Dragon.
Oh,
Hello.
your dragon's always making such wonderful comments on my channel. I really appreciate it.
Oh, that's wonderful. If anyone has any questions for Tom, please put them in and I'll be sure and star them. Anyway, continue, please. So you were
Uh,
meeting about 100 people.
yeah. So
Yeah.
the person who's running the course also does transmedium ship. So there was a demonstration in that, and there was also live demonstration of a group reading with two of the mediums that were there. So gallery style readings were also done. So we were observing that. But in the sessions, we did a lot of work, and a lot of the work we did in my group was blindfolded. So
Oh,
yeah, so what we were basically like reading a group of people with a blindfold on, and not having anybody saying yes, no, or maybe. Um, that was really cool. And the biggest the experience that I had, really the strongest one, was we were assigned to sit in a chair as the medium, blindfold, and then somebody would sit across from you from the class,
okay.
and we had to describe them certain aspects of their life and really give out ages and everything. And I was just uh, grateful that I was able to connect and get information from spirit, with date or ages and everything, and actually it all connected. And it was a meaningful experience for the sitter. But I had no idea who I was reading for. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Eventually, I felt that it was a female. I felt female energy, and then eventually, there was some emotions that were being expressed, but I just had to go through it, and I just didn't, and when it was done,
Blindfolded.
yeah, when it
Wow.
was done, I was just like, well, I don't have anything past a certain age. And it turns out that's what her age was, you know.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
so, yeah, so that was really incredible. And then also getting readings done, in reciprocal for you. So like my mom came in, my dad actually made a huge presence, which doesn't I one of my aunts, actually both of my aunts that were really close to me came in, and the one just came in so clearly with some information that I kind of knew about, but
Mhm.
it was really cool. And I also, for me, like I have a tendency to connect with military, with men,
Okay.
military, a lot of
Mhm.
World War II, even World War I, but mostly World War II people come in. I also get men that had been closeted back when they were alive.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
spirit tends to come in and identifies who the person who's the reader. So
Right.
I had a gentleman come in that was uh, served in the war, but actually had a unique role that was just amazing, and also something it was connected to D-Day as well. So whenever that happens to me, it's a huge connection that I have. So
Yeah.
I was just honored to be there, and I learned a lot, and I'm going to go back again next year.
Oh, good.
And I would encourage anyone, some people think, oh my gosh, it really is an incredible experience, and it's not, you don't have to be like, you know, it's all different levels or they go there. There's different types of offerings, and they also have online courses as well.
Oh, really?
And I have to say, I find them affordable. They're
Oh, okay.
they're I mean the biggest expense other than the is your getting a flight
Traveling.
traveling, but it is
Yeah.
a very good experience. I really would suggest people, if you're interested in that kind of thing, look into it.
Okay.
So
Thank you. I had wondered if Findlay College offered, like what I would like to see for myself and others is a place where you can go and find out where your gifts lie, like what you're really good at of the eight different clairs, which one you are most gifted at naturally, which ones you might be encouraged to explore. Is there anything like that there?
that kind of plays into the coursework. So we were encouraged to do readings focused on different clairs. Like one was strictly starting with your sense of smell, which is something that usually people don't think.
Clairalience, right?
Yeah, but it does
Yeah,
come, it does come in like people get,
it does. I've
like,
been getting that recently when I go
really?
in with strangers. Yeah,
Do you get like
you know,
cigarette smoke or different set smells or cologne, perfume smells?
urine.
Oh, urine. Wow.
That's a strong one. And I'll ask my husband, I'll be like, oh man, that person, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And he doesn't smell it at all.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's kind of interesting. It's nice to have someone with you so you can be like, do you smell that too? Or is that just
Yeah.
me?
I,
Sometimes it's cigarette smoke, sometimes
mhm.
it's, just depends. But it'd be neat to know. It's nice to know because how do you know if everyone else is smelling it or not unless you ask, you know? And the
Yeah.
mediumship, when you're blindfolded and when you're done being blindfolded, do they give you feedback on how accurate you were?
Yeah. In fact, we did one group activity where, well, let me just share this. Everybody that did the blindfold connected with somebody in the class through spirit. So
Okay.
what
Okay.
the biggest thing I think learning doing the work is trust. And that,
Hmm.
and sometimes you get some weird references that don't make any sense to you, but the information isn't for you. So it's a matter
Right.
of like trusting, like, why am I seeing somebody dressed as Santa Claus under a palm tree or something? I mean, I'm just making that up,
Yeah.
but
Right, right. For example. Yeah.
for example, but it is that
Yeah.
kind of information that really, like, wow. And then it connects. So yeah, everybody was able to connect with somebody in the class blindfolded. And so it's trusting spirit that the information is coming in. And, like with my father coming in, he's usually the one that doesn't come in as strong. And my mom, and specifically in the reading, was the person said, your mom is standing next to him, which was
Oh.
that was a message to me, because usually she comes in like she was in life, very strong. And
Mhm.
but he came in really strong. I was just really pleased with that.
Wow.
And I felt them around me. Also, a lot of
Yeah.
people, relatives, you feel that energy there in support, because really feel like they're observing and saying, wow, look at this, what's going on. Like they're part of it as well, too.
Mhm.
You know, I feel that. I mean, that's how I experience it. So, but the smell thing, yeah, that we did one thing where we had to visualize colors to connect through
Yeah.
colors.
Right.
And so you just, you know, eventually I think as you go work doing this work, eventually it all connects. You're not really, oh, I'm going to do this, but sometimes it is. Like I had one time, my grandfather came in and I smelled kerosene. I was like, why am I smelling it? Turns out he always used kerosene. I had years ago, we were in a house. My partner, my husband now, but at that time we both smelled cigarette smoke, and there was a rainstorm out, and I was like, "Where is the cigarette smoke coming from?" And he smelled it too, and we went outside. There was nobody around. It was a rainstorm, and I went back and I said, "Oh, it was my good friend who had passed, who just loved to smoke."
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah,
he was like, "I'm here." So so those kind of things really, it's interesting how spirit works, but it's all really comes down to trust, I think.
yeah.
Trusting things.
Well, have you joined any of practice groups?
Yeah, I have a few groups that I'm in, and then um, through some of the group work that I'm doing, we have impromptu ones that will work with people. So yeah, we I do that on a regular basis, and it's fun, and the what I like too. I like reading for it's nice to have the same people, but I like when we just get popped into a group, and then somebody pops on your screen that you
Yeah,
don't
so
know
new blood, yeah, new
blood.
energy. Yeah, yeah, you need that to
Right. Yeah.
explore. Well, let
Uh,
me say hi to Hypnicity who came in, and Karan and Pamela. Hello. If
Hi.
any of you have any questions for Tom, please feel free to put them in because I just love hearing about what he's learning, what he's doing. I've been looking forward to hearing about this. I've been so curious about the college that he visited because I've only heard of it one other time. Is it like a world-renowned metaphysical college? Is that what it's known for?
Yeah. So what it basically it was an estate, and the
Okay.
gentleman that owned it wandered into a spiritualist church in the 1920s, I think,
Mm.
and eventually heard information that he couldn't deny, and he became a real supporter of some of the famous mediums in the UK at that point, specifically, a few of them. And through that, then when he passed away, he left his estate to the spiritual.
Wow.
So the spiritualist church it's a church in the UK, but they're dedicated to this work. So you're like you don't have to be a member of the church to go to this college, but they're the
Okay.
ones
Okay.
who kind of oversee it, but
Okay.
it's open to anybody, and the people that work there and things are from all over. So, but
I see.
yeah, I think it's been in operation as the college probably. I'm going to guess here 50 years. But
Okay.
what they've been doing has been going on. A lot of it goes back to the 19th century, actually to the United
Well,
States. To the work
yeah,
started.
I was thinking in the 1920s, wasn't there quite a spiritualist movement
Yeah.
there and here?
But it started here in the 19th century, like let's say 1880s in the
Okay.
United,
Yeah.
and then it kind of moved over there. But that's really when and all this goes back to other cultures, and it's just been suppressed in many cases. But this is the modern movement. But if you go into any indigenous cultures and other practices throughout the world, this kind of work has always been there. It's just in
Mhm.
the Western world, it sort of came into view in that period. So,
Well,
um,
my dad could see spirits, although later he turned into a Jehovah's Witness for whatever reason, but he could still, he was raised on the reservation. And so he was very strict about when he saw people, he'd shoo them out and he'd say, Spirit told me to tell you guys, what are you doing? Stop messing around, the things that you're doing. And so he wasn't well received for that. But I think his gift was real.
mhm,
And his heart was good. He was not as sophisticated as the rest, but I think his heart was very pure. Um, So yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I know when I lived on the reservation, not the one that I'm an elder of, but a different reservation, we would have like footsteps run through the house and someone would rock in the rocking chair. And I was told by the elder who owned the house, you're going to hear this stuff. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's just this is an open walkway through part of this house. So it wasn't frightening, but it's nice when you know of it. There are things that like I saw the rocking chair and would hear it and I'd say, hey, I was told you would be by. Hello, grandmother. Hello, grandmother, even though I couldn't see anything. But I figured it was best to be respectful, you know.
I think,
So,
yeah, I can't speak to everybody's experience, but most cases, if people are sensing spirit, their loved ones that are coming by, and so the people respond sometimes in fear because they just don't know. But in
yeah,
most cases, it's loved ones that are just stopping in to say
yeah,
hello or whatever. I see we have a question in there from
yeah.
or
I just started that.
yeah, I will say though, if you have a mediumship question, what I need is your name and the person's name or the relationship you're looking. So if your name is Paul and you're looking for your grandfather, that's what I would need. Um, or Paul and I'm looking to contact somebody named whatever. So those are the only things I need. If your name's not in your YouTube name, So when we get to that, I'm not sure when we're going to start doing that, but if you want to do that,
So
that would
you'll
be.
need names of the person asking and the person that you're trying to reach or hear from,
Or like
correct?
my name is Paul and I'm trying to reach my grandfather, or my name is Paul and I'm trying to reach uh, somebody
Here's a
named
good
so.
example
There's yeah, exactly.
from my
No,
mom, Betty. My name is Nalani. Yeah,
Nalani, right? That's the way
yeah.
to ask the question.
Hi, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. My mother died in December. She walked on. And what I've noticed, she's been coming around. I see her, I don't see her, but I feel her. And in my garden. And she's been causing some lights to blink on and off. And I say, thank you, Mom. Thank you. Love you. And when I feel her presence, I know that whenever we think of someone, it's usually because they're stopping by. Like my mother-in-law comes through my kitchen just to check on her son and I. And I say, hey, I love you, Carol. And I know she's just coming, passing through, with love. So just say, love you, love you, love you, love you. But I never ask them for any questions or to do anything, or, I just say hi. um, is
Um,
that what you typically recommend?
yeah, I mean, it's really the other thing I will say sometimes is people come in for readings and then they want to hear from a particular person, but
Hmm.
sometimes the people that come through are connected to the messages that you need to hear at that point. So it's not this; they're not just coming in to say, "Hey, I'm here." It's more like, you know, something related to your life at this point. I don't know. I'm for in relation to the question that was up there from Nalani. Yeah, I don't know. The first thing I'm getting is that maybe your mom was the kind of person that was more organized or traditionally organized in some ways. I don't know if that resonates, but I'm getting that she maybe there was some conflict with that when she was alive. But what I'm getting right away is that she sees now how you do your life and how you do things, and that it's fine. That's the first thing I got from that information. I don't know if that
Oh,
resonates
thank you.
or not, but um,
Thank you.
she's very happy with way you are doing things. Um, that's what I got from in relation to Nalani, the Hip City, Hip
Ethnicity.
Lady,
Yeah.
Hip City. What did she say? My mom tickled my nose when my nose itches. I know it's
Yeah. Yeah. Then I know it's her. And Sarah has a question from her great great grandpa Broyles. His name would be nice.
It would be nice.
Can I get a message from my great-great-grandpa Broyles? From Sarah.
I know the first thing I heard was keep it simple. Um, I'm getting that this, he might have been kind of a simple guy, a simple work that I don't know if it was a farmer or worked with his hands in some way, but I'm getting that he's basically like the quick message I got was keep it simple, meaning like I think in today's world we make things more complicated, and that's the first thing I was getting from him.
Mm.
Um, I don't know if that resonates or not.
I'll keep an eye out. I'll keep an eye out. Hypnicity did give us some follow-up. She said she was a fantastic mom and housewife.
Yeah, I got that she was. I got
Yeah.
that, and it was. Here's a kind of a thing. When I saw Betty, I thought of, that housewife type thing, organized, but I also was thinking, okay, wait, am I thinking of Betty Crocker?
Oh,
But
yeah.
then I said, no, that was what I was getting, was that she was very, very good at keeping her house and everything else. So that's what I saw right now. So she said she was a fantastic mom and housewife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Spirit would sometimes maybe flash you a picture of Betty Crocker to convey that message really quickly. So if
Yeah.
you were to say to your sitter, I'm seeing Betty Crocker, does that mean anything to you? Then they would probably respond with, yes, she kept a perfect house and cooked everything and like that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you leaning into that message that you shared with us about trusting what you get and just
Right.
conveying it, right?
Mhm. Like going back to the Santa Claus, I did have that come into a reading once, and I said it, and then I realized what I found out was that the person, the father, did not like Christmas.
Oh,
He hated Christmas, and what he was
oh,
coming in is to say, "Look, I'm apologizing for I should have been
okay.
Santa Claus," and
Oh,
thing like I
yeah.
should have been. So he was like, I felt like I'm making up for lost time, and
Okay.
because even I think the stuff that there was like stuff thrown out when he was alive that was like Christmas stuff, and like, why did you? I don't care about that. So that's what the reference was about. He liked
Yeah.
trying to show that. So those kind of things come in too, like the references that they try to connect information that um, so that you're going to be able to convey it. I get a lot of music, and again, I get a lot of references to the World War II period. So, because
Okay.
I'm connected to that period in many, many ways. So I know the
Okay.
and stuff. So I'll get information through that.
Well, are you giving readings at this time? If people want to contact you for a private reading, how would they go about doing that?
So you can look on my website is on the screen. My name is it's time2transcend.com. Time time2transcend.com. And if you go on the website, you can book a reading, a distance reading or a Reiki session. I also do combination Reiki, distance Reiki and readings. But you can book one of those, and then there's also an email on the website that if you want to email me and ask questions, and also on the website at the bottom are all my social media
Oh,
links,
good.
YouTube to
Oh, good.
Instagram, Facebook, and then there's I even have sections on a Google page where I have some reviews, and then I have two sections of reviews, so you can see other people what they commented on the readings.
Yeah.
And I think I feel like my make my stuff affordable. I'm not,
I
I'm,
think people should book now before you get so booked that they have a hard time getting in because I think you're going to be booked solid. But let me ask you a question before you go on to another one. I I'm new to opening my gifts, and since I stopped drinking a little over a year ago, I found it much easier. My heart is much lighter. And it was, to me, it felt as if Great Spirit gave the key to a lot of gifts to my what I call my addict self. And so that self held the key because that self would know when I was done. And no, again, no one's judging me on that but me. So, there's no judgment there. We get there when we get there. And that goes for healing, that goes for emotional healing, mental things, it goes for all of it. But one of the things I'm doing is when I get quiet, like when I feel my mom's energy or my mother-in-law's energy around, I get quiet quickly and do I smell anything? Do I taste anything? Do I hear anything? Do I see anything in my inner sight? Are there any messages? Is there anything I need to know? And I just get quiet for a second and see if anything comes in. Usually I will just get love. I will just feel love. And I'll go, okay, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mhm.
And it's always a bit emotional when you feel that connection. But I don't sit with it for very long. I just kind of let it pass through and then I go on with my day. Is that how you learned before you attended any classes? Is that what you did too?
So we have something in common. I do want to make, before we go on, the city
Mhm.
said they raised 5 kids, and I do refer to as Betty Crocker.
Yeah. 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 I love that.
Thank
I
you.
saw that.
And we have some
Yeah.
other people asking questions, so I know we're going to get to
I've
people,
got a
but
couple starred here. Yeah.
okay. So
Hi,
I
Carol.
actually quit drinking as well
Okay.
about 3 years
That's right.
ago. And
Yay.
so prior to that, when I was working full time, that I mean, my it was my outlet, it was my socialization, it's what I did. You know, but when I quit drinking, when I quit working full time, and then I had this surgery, and I had a question. I don't really want to drink anymore. And when I did, all those little things that had happened over the years, like dreams I would have, or I would say, "Oh, this is going to happen," and then it would happen, and I never connected the dots. But when I quit, it was literally within 2 months, all these things started to happen to me. I I scared people. I scared myself. I had a visitation. My in-laws who were just had passed um, came to me one morning, and it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I heard my sister-in-law laughing, and she's like, "Open the front door," and I'm like, "It's 3 o'clock in the morning," and
Yeah. Yeah.
and they said, "No, you got to trust," and they literally came in, um, and there was a whole thing. I'm actually I met with somebody today. Was a friend who used to do editing, and I gave him my what I have a draft as my
Oh,
book
good.
I'm writing
Oh,
because
good.
yeah, because some of the experiences were just it's just so it's hard to explain them quickly, but
Right. Right.
that experience with them coming into the house like that and I distinctly remember as she was talking to me in my head, I'm thinking, at some point I'm going, wait a minute, am I really hearing this? Like, am I losing it? That's because that's where I
Yeah.
was then. But I said, are you guys going to come in full form? And then I heard her say, are you kidding? We give you a heart attack, you know? And so, yeah, that was just incredible, that whole thing. But so when I quit drinking, then everything just opened up and I was kind of basically led to do certain things. Like I do on my channel, I post shorts and they're from the writings and things that I get. And so um, I I listened to a couple of psychics that gave some advice. I have to I always give a shout out to Sterling because he had a writing exercise that I followed, which I just did it. I wrote a question for 21 days, and the question I wrote was, "How do I become a psychic medium to help people?" And when I wrote the question, I was like, "That ain't gonna happen." Like what? And as I wrote the question, I was just listening to what was coming and coming. And now, I do, I do, like in this, I do writing like every day.
Oh, good.
I'm also
Oh,
doing
good.
a lot of light channeling where I record myself.
Oh,
So,
good.
so then I just take that, and if you look on my YouTube channel, on the post section, you'll see messages from spirit.
Mhm.
Um, there's even a couple times where I've had particular individuals come in. That was one thing that happened too. Was I had all my family come visit. That was wonderful. Then I wasn't
Yeah.
getting anybody, and then Spirit was like telling me, "Oh, you can ask who you want to have come in." I'm like, "Really?" So I started just like putting it
So,
out there, and like I had
yeah.
FDR come in, Roosevelt come in one
Oh,
time,
wow.
message. I've had, I think Jimmy Carter came in once, and then I'm also connected to old Broadway and Hollywood people.
Okay. Okay.
They come in. But yeah, if you look on my channel, you'll see what the messages are from Spirit, and all the message really right now are coming down to unity, compassion, empathy, love, coming together, let going of fear, and that we all need to come together at this time, and that it's a rough time right now, but we're all going to get through it.
Yep.
And there's light at the end of the tunnel, which, without getting into new things that are happening in the news, you can see that happening. Things
Mhm.
are shifting. So
Yes.
we're
Yes,
heading
they are.
into good times ahead. That's the way.
Yes.
That's what
Well,
I'm getting.
thank you. Thank you for answering that. Are you ready? That we've got any messages from my grandma Julia. My name is Alex.
Let's see here. What I'm getting is that she might have made some special tea or something for you, or she enjoyed having a special thing and she enjoyed sharing that with you. Um, and I'm getting that she find uh, those little things, instead of looking for the big things to enjoy. Find the little things in life that will make you happy, and like a cup of tea or something that's simple. That's what I'm getting at this point. I don't know if that resonates or not.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I feel like there was a connection between the both of you, and that I'm getting this to you, that you appreciated the things that she had or did, and not everybody did that. Not everybody, because you noticed the little things, and that was,
Oh,
Oh, and he says, "I'm drinking tea right
that's
now."
very meaningful.
He just, wow. So, so she's enjoying you drinking your tea.
Yeah.
Your tea.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. I have another one starred here from Mirror Dragon. I feel my late partner Daryl around me and our dog Yona, with even objects moved to meaningful places. My name is Lou. Wish I can read him, please. Thank you, Tom. Hi, Carol. Hi, Misty.
I think he enjoys playing games like this. I feel like he might have been a somewhat of a prankster, sort of in a lighthearted way, and so he's just continuing what he's doing. Um, let's see. Yeah, he's just enjoying I think he enjoys your reaction, like you noticing it. And I'm also getting that the more you notice, the more he will do things. And I just see him with a big laugh, like he's just sitting back laughing at this right now, thinking, "Wow, this is um, like he's enjoying that you're seeing this and getting it." Um, and
He seems
I'll,
a very playful person.
yeah, that's what I'm continuing. He's just continuing what he was in life. So he's just, and I think he's going to do more of it, because I think he tries it with other people and they don't get it. So just enjoy it. I mean, I, one of the things I'm writing in my book is about my friend Alan, who was around me and came to me when all this started. And what I've learned is like people cliche, oh yeah, there's life after, and no, they're really around you. They're really, really, really allowed. Oh, Happy was laughing too. Yeah, he's laughing big. I just saw him with his head back. Um, yeah, so the friendships and things just they continue. And when I know this sounds maybe cliche too, but when you hear that song, when you're thinking of somebody and then the song plays on the radio, or
That's
uh,
for them.
that's all.
Yeah.
There really is. I don't believe in coincidences.
I don't either. My dad sends me that one song. Do you remember that old show, Sanford and Son?
Oh, I love that show. That's one of my favorite
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah. Well, when I was really little, Dad and I lived in a house, and at the end of the block was a junkyard. And so whenever I'm trying to make something work that we have, that my husband and I have, and I'm trying to jury rig it to do something else, Dad will come in with that song. Just
Oh wow.
it cracks me up. Misty has a question. How is my late cousin Wayne doing?
So I'm guessing your name is Misty. Misty, how's my cousin Wayne doing?
I love that mirror dragon. That's wonderful. What a gift it is for Tom to share his gift that way and bring peace to so many. He says, "Thank you so much, Tom." Whoops, excuse me. This reading makes me so happy. Yeah,
Great.
that's quite the gift. That's wonderful.
Going back to, so right away, I'm getting that your cousin Wayne had a trouble. There was some trouble in his life. Like I think he struggled. I don't. I feel like there was some. It was a lot of difficulties. Um, but I just heard the word peace. So all those difficulties that he encountered in life are gone. And oh, it's Sue. Oh, hi, it's Sue. Yeah, hi, Sue. Yeah, I'm getting that there
Cousin.
was some trouble there, and I feel like that he's in peace right now, and that and I also feel like you can connect with him, that he's reaching out, and you'll be able to connect with him. Um,
Oh, I love that.
oh,
Look who's in the
uh
house.
oh,
Woohoo!
uh oh.
I can't,
Hi,
I
Kevin.
can't. Hi, Kevin. I can't wait to meet Kevin.
Oh,
I
Kevin's
think
been
we're both going to that. Aren't we both attending that retreat in June?
Oh, I cannot wait for
I
that.
am so excited. We'll get to meet Terry, or I'll get to meet Terry too, and JJ.
JJ, Kevin is
Yeah,
really, I
Kevin.
give him so much credit for all the help and guidance he's given me. And if anybody has a chance to work with Kevin or take a class or get a reading, I just
Yeah,
would just highly recommend him. I can't say enough, and I just appreciate
yeah.
um, his help. And so, yeah.
JJ put out a class that she's teaching a class, and I signed up immediately. And before the day was done, she posted that the class was full.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah. And she's going to have a class about light language and how, like, mine comes through in paintings and writing and talking sometimes. And so she's encouraging with the wonderful series that she's doing with other women who speak light language. And you were on there. And
Yeah,
it's directly related to that, to help people to discover and allow their gifts to come through, even if it doesn't look just like this or just like that, to just to be open to how it does come through. Yeah, I think that's wonderful. Everybody jumped right out, jumped right
that's
in.
wonderful. I was yeah, when I was on the show, I said I was just really honored to be with so much powerful female energy.
Oh, wasn't that incredible?
Was and
They're amazing.
I was in a group, and I sort of like started doing light language. And it's a funny story related to that. So
Yeah.
actually, one of the Nina, who's in the group, we did a show
Yeah.
yesterday, and we're going to they're like pulling me in, pulling me in, pulling.
Yay.
But
Yay.
I find that, and I did mention this. When I first heard JJ do this a couple years ago at a retreat, I had to
Yeah.
get the information translated. I didn't know what she was saying, but then when
Yeah.
I was around it again, I knew, I didn't get like you don't get like word for word, but
Uh,
yeah, it's going to be great.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think of her as a spiritual camp counselor. She's just so fun. I
Oh,
just love her.
what was so cool was that first retreat I went to in Sedona.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was like trying to find like an inexpensive place. I was trying to save money, and I reached
Yeah.
out to Jeffrey Peck, who was also running it,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
said, "Let me ask around." And then I get this text from JJ. She didn't know me. I didn't know her. She says, "Why
Yeah.
house would you want to rent a room? I mean, pay part of it." And I said,
Yeah.
"Sure." So we got to share the house together, and that was,
Oh, how
you
cool is
know,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
And so we've really stayed. It's just this community. I can't say enough about this community because
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
where I would have been without it. It was like it came
Yeah.
into my living room at the right time. So,
Yeah. That's for sure. I started coming on YouTube and my Terry Renner was the first channel that I subscribed to and that I regularly visited. And that was probably about 4 years ago.
oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. And it's just what a beautiful community. Absolutely. Speaking of beautiful, there's Kelly. But, well, I find it so interesting too. So tell us what's next for you? What are you excited about right now? What are you
Uh,
looking forward to doing and learning?
I'm really excited. I'm just going to say hi. I have a couple people on Instagram.
Okay.
So hi to Eduardo Arte and Sue Taro. So hi to you guys on Instagram. Anybody else say hi there? So
Hello.
what I'm really excited about is my friend Kathy, who we've done shows together, and
Okay.
we retreat together. We really do these readings well. So we've been doing Zoom readings with groups of people, and also small groups and a couple individual, but and also on the show. So she's flying in with another friend and another medium, and the two of us are doing a live gallery reading here
Oh,
in the Poconos. Uh,
awesome.
yeah, so we're excited for that. But then I decided 3 days before that, I'm having a small gathering at my house. So we're
Okay.
going to have like about 10 people here for that. And then we'll do
Okay.
the larger one at the camp that I go to. So they were really supportive of me, and it's really interesting because that a lot of my awakening occurred at that camp. So it was interesting to
Oh,
be full circle, you know,
yeah.
being doing this session there. So they've been really supportive of it, and last year I was doing Reiki at the camp and readings and things.
Oh,
So they're doing that.
okay.
Yeah, so they're flying in for that, and we're real excited for that weekend. Um, And the other thing is, I'm so grateful for my YouTube channel. I'm really happy that I get these messages out. I hope they're helpful for people. And I'm just taking one step at a time with all this
Yeah.
stuff going on and grateful for it. Just very grateful.
Yeah. Denise is offering blessings while she's driving. Well, I've taken Reiki 1 and Aqualead 1 and Akashic records. I need to find a group to practice the Akashic with. And the Reiki, I'm going to take Reiki 2 next month, I believe, and Aqualead 2 pretty soon. One in May and one in June. I can't remember which one's which, but I'm looking forward to that. Have you learned Aqualead?
No, I don't. I don't know.
Okay, Kaylee's teaching that, and
Oh,
I had never heard of it. It's a lot like Reiki.
oh
And
wow.
so I've been using the energies, like, I don't know, the Reiki energy I use on my dog, but I've been doing that before because the energy is so strong right now that I don't think people actually sometimes, if you just call on universal energy for the highest good, when you're like saying a prayer for someone, I say this to the room at large, just put your hands on your heart, always call on protection first. and ask for extra angels to be with whoever it is, dog or animal or region or area, that you would like extra angels to be to assist. Send pink light to the backs of hearts. Ask for, if you're in disagreement with someone, you can ask your spirit team to talk with their spirit team. You can ask your higher self to talk with their higher self. And how can you best resolve this in a way that you both learn something? The energies, the veil's so thin and the energies are so strong. And I personally don't think there's ever been a time when there was this many star nations surrounding this planet as there are now. Um,
Yeah,
just to
I was going to say the files are just the tip of the iceberg of the revealing that's going to be happening. There's so many things coming forth. It's just going to be unbelievable. But I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Yeah. No, no, that's fine. I mean, I was sharing before the show that I had been meditating last night, and I felt this universe within, and I saw it, and I saw how we choose lives with particular circumstances, both in our lineage, in our background, in the area, in the regions that we live in. And then I shifted my breathing just a tiny bit, and I aligned with whale energy and tree energy, and that was what I saw as part of my inner universe. And it came to me that we choose these walks and these lineages and these areas and these circumstances for particular reasons. We're souls before we come into body, before we're in form, and we are souls again when we are done. So while we are here, we have free will and we have the opportunities to let however we resonate, however finely we walk through the lessons that our lower chakras offer us. The base chakra will want us to learn to be safe in our skin, that my voice can be heard, that it is safe for me to be myself. And that one right there can take 40 years. So there's no contest. You're not here to be in a contest with anybody,
No, only with
you
yourself,
know.
right?
Pardon?
Only with yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, you are loved and treasured right now for exactly who you are in this moment, period. But when I think to myself that I do not want to go back to Great Spirit and say, well, I almost did what I wanted to do. I almost said my truths. I almost shared my gifts. I'm not going to go home and say that. I'm going to do it while I'm here, while I have the gift of being in a physical body. I want to make as positive effect on 7 generations behind me and ahead of me as I possibly can. So it's so important at this time for us all to be authentically ourselves, whatever that looks like.
Yep, exactly. I couldn't have said
Yeah,
it better. That's
yeah.
exactly what it's about.
And these gifts can help us do that. They really can. And we do have to be brave enough to say, well, I smell or I see Santa Claus or I smell marshmallows. Does this mean anything to anybody? But it's how we do it. And we just stay grounded. And the first thing always, always, always before we explore these things is to call on protection. That's why we have guides and angels and spirit teams. It's why we have our shield. Our shield is always with us and it protects us, but it also shows the universe who we are. And mine says, I choose love over fear every time. And that makes all the difference.
It,
Yeah.
that really, almost every message that I get it's about basically love more, fear less, and and the society is so the everything is so geared to fear, which is control, and we're trying to, like, we're just like, no, we're not going to fear anymore. What is there to fear? We're eternal
Yeah.
beings.
We're
This
not
is
feeding that energy
we're not
anymore.
doing that anymore. And I mean,
Yeah.
people are waking up. I mean, there was,
Yeah.
things, recent thing happened in Europe. Somebody who was there for 16 years is gone. Like
Yeah.
people are saying, no, we're not doing that. We don't want
Yeah.
wars. We don't want
We're,
this stuff. We want
that's
to,
right.
everybody just wants to live their lives in peace, family, love, and that. We don't want to have all this stuff. And I think the more and more people can be vocalize that and be part of that, we're going to be in a better place. Better
I
place.
agree. And I'm thrilled to see this happening worldwide, where we're not willing to feed that anymore. We will not feed that fear. We
No.
just will not do it. And I think there's, the way we create change in this realm of duality, it looks like this. This is what it looks like when you create big changes. And so I think many of us came in as large soul groups. And now, we're finding each other, and it's so exciting. It's so heartwarming. It's like such a gift. And the timing couldn't be more perfect as we begin to realize we're more than we thought we were. And all that we're going, just what has come to light. My husband and I talk about what has come to light just in our lifetimes. And we're not done yet. There's more, there's a lot more coming. And I think it's okay too that some of us are woo-woo and some aren't. Because like my husband isn't woo-woo, but he supports me while I go woo-woo. You know,
Everybody's
so
on everybody's on their own journey, and
exactly.
some people are
Yes.
waking up in a spiritual way. Some
Yeah.
people are just waking up to the 3D world and seeing the people they thought were the ones they should believe in are not. Some people are just waking up, oh, I don't need this job making all this money. I'd rather do something that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Everybody's on their own thing. So,
Yeah.
and not everybody's going to do the same thing. Some people find strength in religion, that's where
Yeah.
their strength is, and that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody is learning their own thing. So, but I think the key thing is
Yes.
people are waking up to the love energy and
Yeah.
reject fear. Like, you can't scare me anymore. We're tired of being
Hmm.
scared. Turn off that stuff that's
Yeah.
scaring you. It's not doing you any good. You know.
Yes. Yes. I think there is a lot of temptation right now to overstimulate the mental body. And they're just throwing everything they can think of at the wall. But I think one of the things that's so helpful, and Kelly at Cali Healer is a great reminder. She reminds us of this often. I'm in her. She has a membership now. Please join it if you haven't already. But
Okay.
to call your energy back every day, to call your own energy back, and to release any energy that is not yours,
Mm-hmm.
to be a little bit picky about where we spend ourselves, what we give our energy to, that we become more discerning about who we want to spend time with and what gets our attention. Our energy is valuable and it belongs to us, and we're responsible for it. So part of that boundary making is honoring that, you know? Yeah. Oh, Amber says that's well. Everyone is making moves in their own paths. Dang straight. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What a great group of folks in the chat. It's so nice
I
that
know, isn't it?
I
Oh, I love it.
we didn't get to do a lot of the readings, but maybe we can get together again and we can do just mainly focus on readings. And I'd actually
Yeah.
would be cool to have my friend Kathy and I on your show together. Or you can come on my channel. We can do something together.
Okay.
So, um,
Okay.
Kathy actually just started her own channel.
Oh,
Um,
yay.
hey,
I've seen
so
her with you, and you guys are amazing together.
yeah,
You're
we really,
phenomenal.
it's like, you know, it's just, I don't know, we just work well. And it's interesting,
You
like when we
do.
get information, um, we can tune into the same person, the same spirit, but we're
Uh-huh.
both getting different information. And so it's an interesting way to
Yeah.
so,
I
but
would love to have you both on maybe next month. And will you share what her channel link is? And I will put it in the comments so that I myself and others can subscribe to her.
I'm going to give me a second. If you want to do a little
Okay.
a little filler. She just started
Okay.
it, so I have to look it up.
Okay, sure, sure. So everyone, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Tom at Time to Transcend here on YouTube. You'll find that he puts out a number of shorts, which when I first saw him, he caught my eye because I was like, what's this guy yelling about? And I went, I went back and listened, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I don't think he's yelling. Okay, what, no, what's he sharing? And I think if people knew that you were sharing things from your guides, um, is there a playlist of them, like messages I've gotten from my guides this month? Or I'm not sure how he's putting that out there, but be sure and subscribe to him and to Kathy. And I would love to have you both on my channel. We'll have to talk after the show
I'm
and
so
see
bad I
what.
cannot find her
That's
link.
okay. That's okay.
Maybe we can put it in the under the when we post it. We'll put it in
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's funny because my Alan, who's in spirit, I ask sometimes I'll say, Alan, how about my message? And he goes, they're a little serious, Tom. You could lighten up a bit. But it's just I don't know. It seems like it's resonating. I mean, I
Yeah, it
can't believe
is.
how many people watch them, and I have
Yeah.
started to compile them into like a short video of put some of them together. Um,
Hmm.
but if you usually if there's a post, if you go back if there's a short on the posted, if you go to the post section, you can read the larger transmission that's from.
I've noticed that, and I really appreciate the nature scenes that you have on your shorts. I really like those. I think a lot of people, we all want that connection. That's an important connection, more than we realize, I think. That connection with nature.
I had a mentor when I was working in schools. So I was a music teacher, and then I was an administrator, and this was an administrator. And he said,
Hmm.
Tom, you got to know three things when you go into a meeting or you present yourself.
Hmm.
Be brilliant. Wait, be brilliant. Be now I'm going to forget it.
It's okay. It's
Oh yeah,
okay.
be brilliant. Be brief. Be gone.
Be
Be
brilliant, be brief, be gone.
because
I
nobody
really-
likes to hear like all this talking. Just get your point across because it
yeah,
seems
say it
like
and get
usually you
going.
can take something I get this huge transmission and then you get it down to a couple words and it's like that's really what the message was. Is that simple? You know?
Yeah,
So
yeah. I get that too, Sarah. I tend to be very serious. And it comes from a good place, but I can tend to get too serious myself. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for coming on today. And I
you,
hope you and Kathy will come back. We'll speak after the show and maybe we can figure out a day in May that works. Or you can get back to me. That's
yeah,
fine
that'd
too.
be
But
great.
thank you everyone for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
And when I know the name of Kathy's channel, I will share it on my post page.
Yes,
So I will find it and I will share it with all of you. So thank you. Please do the YouTubey things on all the channels and take care of yourselves and be well. And thank you so very much. And I'll say bye for now. Thank
thank
you,
you.
Tom.
Thank you.
Bye.